Hello and welcome to Chugging Along. I'm Sam.
And I'm Tim.
Thank you very much for your comments on our last video where we shared a snippet from our wedding and our vlog from our honeymoon in Waterway Heaven, the Netherlands.
In this week's special video, we are going to answer the question: is it quicker to travel in London by narrowboat or by tube? Now, as I'm sure you can already guess, the tube is faster in 99% of cases, but we have found a route where a narrowboat could win. Previously, we have done narrowboat versus train races. We did one between Henley and Marlow on the River Thames. The train still won despite my brother and dad having to catch 3 separate trains. But then we did one on Birmingham's Canal Network where the canal won that day, but we were definitely helped by the fact that the Birmingham trams weren't working that day and my brother had to run across the city centre. Links to both of those videos are in the description below, but today's video is from Alperton in northwest London, going on the Grand Union Canal's Paddington Arm and travelling to the Grand Junction Arms, the famous canal side pub near the McVitie's factory in Harlesden.
It shouldn't be a close race because the speed limit on the canals is 4 miles per hour. But we have a direct route with 0 locks and an aqueduct over the North Circular Road. Henry and John, however, are going to be using the Piccadilly line, the Hammersmith and City line and the Bakerloo line, going in and out of central London.
3, 2, 1, alright, go. See you at the Grand Junction Arms. Right, let's go then, shall we? Right, let's push out.
Yeah, I'll push out.
Okay. Tensions were high outside Alperton Sainsbury's, and we were away.
It didn't take long for Henry and John to walk to Alperton Tube Station, which is on the Piccadilly line.
We're here at Alperton Station. We're going to take the Piccadilly line, which is the blue line, all the way through to Hammersmith. We'll get out at Hammersmith, walk over the road, take the Hammersmith and City / Circle line to Paddington, and from Paddington we'll take the Bakerloo line to Harlesden, where we will win the trophy at the Grand Junction Arms. Bring it on.
Henry was very confident, but we were already amongst all the new high-rise flats in the area. And here is the CRT mooring.
Alperton is known as a place to top up your water tank, and we chugged under this footbridge towards Tarrett's Halal Meat.
But Henry and Dad's railway journey was about to begin. Of course, Dad had to document it in his train spotter's diary.
The next station is Marlow.
So here we are on the Piccadilly line. We've got 6 stops and we'll be getting out to Hammersmith.
More new developments, and this tall building in the background is in Acton, which is becoming known as a mini Manhattan in West London.
And that was already where Henry and Dad were, going past the Acton depot. Then shortly afterwards, they arrived in Hammersmith, where their first interchange was.
between the train and the platform. This is Henley.
So here at Hammersmith, we've got to get out the station and cross to the Hammersmith and City Line station. We've got to cross the busy road to get there.
Henry was like a Hollywood actor, arriving on the Hammersmith and City Line.
And then the next station is Narrowboat.
We were now in Stonebridge, a real bucket list moment for us, going over the North Circular Aqueduct. The original one was built in 1933, but the road was later widened, meaning they had to rebuild it in 1993. Here's what it looks like from the road. You wouldn't be able to tell there's a narrowboat flying over you. It's fascinating.
The view was beautiful, not exactly a tourist view of London, but more for those who appreciate infrastructure and industrial things.
Whilst we were marvelling at engineering, Henry and Dad were making good progress. Now at Paddington, in central London. The 1970s Time Warp Bakerloo line train should take them all the way to Harlesden.
Right, the last bit now, we're just at Paddington and we're going to get on there Bakerloo for the final bit into Harlesden.
But we weren't that far away either. We were now in Park Royal, right on the edge of Harlesden, another industrial area, but there's a bit of mooring.
There was a bit of drama on the Bakerloo line though, as their tube train terminated at Queen's Park and they had to wait for a London Overground train to take them there instead. That was their 4th train of the morning.
Right, here we are at Harlesden. It's time to leg it.
Meanwhile, we were appreciating this man's amazing canal side office and this beautiful black and gold colour scheme.
Out of nowhere, my mum noticed a pub, and sure enough, it was the Grand Junction Arms.
Right, I think that's it. Just see the Grand Junction Arms there. Can't see anybody outside. Fingers crossed.
All we had to do was moor up, whilst Tim went to check if Henry and John were already propping the bar up.
Come on mate, come on in.
Been lost. How long have you been here?
Probably about half an hour.
Half an hour. As long as that.
Yeah.
Half an hour. It was a long way round we went. I didn't realise quite how far it was. Oh, another one.
Well, they got pubside mooring as well.
Ah,
it's quite good.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations. That's boat 2, train 1.
Exactly.
Better luck next time.
Henry and John were great sports, and we all had a lovely lunch, whilst Marielle waited in the really handy, secure pub garden mooring.
I mean, you've gone round there, and then your dad has got off, caught the train, round here like this, whereas you've got the boat, just like that, shortcut. There he is, wave up to Timmy. There's Grandma.
We didn't get a shot of our food, but when it's pub grub, Sam and I nearly always go for a pie. If you're ever in northwest London, definitely check out the Grand Junction Arms. You can even smell the nearby McVitie's factory.
Look at this homemade boat with a hull made of empty plastic barrels. Very cool to see.
We were kind enough to let Dad and Henry get a free lift into Little Venice, so they hopped on board and we were away again. The environment started to feel more urban, and we saw this French canal boat, which was for sale. An interesting shape.
Oh, great. Stuck. There's a girl.
Now this is something we thought we'd never see. A Dutch barge with a flying washing machine drum spinning off the back.
We were now in the popular mooring spot of Kensal Green.
Then we saw Laverick Grove Sainsbury's, famous with boaters in the area.
We knew we were closer to the centre of London when we saw a double-decker. Not long till Little Venice now.
I love this bright yellow lifeboat.
This tall building is one of my favourites in London, the Brutalist Trellick Tower.
Look at this secret world of a mooring spot. We wouldn't mind living here.
We then saw 2 Egyptian geese on top of an industrial barge, and then travelled under bridge number 3.
Hello. Echo. Echo. Whoa. Can you make a noise? Oh. Oh. Oh.
We then spotted this double-decker houseboat in a premium location near Warwick Avenue. Surely worth hundreds of thousands of pounds with the mooring.
We then made it to Little Venice, which was the end of the journey.
Out of the 3 races we've done, Marielle has won 2. Does anyone else know of any other canal versus railway journeys that would make a close race? Comment below.
Since we have settled the score on our narrowboat versus train races, we think it's only fair that Sam and I settle the score on our chugging along cook-offs. In 2020, Sam won the stovetop cook-off. In 2021, I won the canal side barbecue cook-off. And this year, we're thinking about doing a bake-off, narrowboat style, where we both have to cook a show-stopping cake that is narrowboat themed. So the cake can be anything as long as it's narrowboat themed. It could be in the shape of a windlass, it could be in the shape of a narrowboat, or it could be even in the shape of a barge pole. But you, yes, you will vote for the winner.
So if anyone has any tips or ideas on narrowboat themed baking, then please leave your suggestions in the comment section below.
Yeah, it's going to be great fun and very, very exciting. Yes, so that leaves us with one more thing to say. Thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end. And remember, no matter what you do in life, you've got to keep chugging.